Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you some of the top organising mistakes I think we all make from time to time that hold us back from having an organised home. If you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you'd subscribe and stick around for more organising videos, and let's get started. Okay, the first organising mistake I think a lot of us make is to buy storage solutions before we purge items. So what I mean by that is we go out, we know we've got too much stuff, we don't have a home for everything. So we go out and we buy storage boxes, storage baskets, clever little storage solutions, things like that before we've actually gone through the items and got rid of things. And you'll find once you go through items that you've probably got a lot of things that you don't need. So the best thing to do is before you buy anything for storage, go through everything that you have, get rid of things that you don't use anymore. They can maybe go to charity, you might be able to sell them on, or maybe they're damaged and they need to go out. Whatever you need to do with them, get rid of those items. And then once you know what you're left with, you can then group them into categories and you will know what kind of storage solutions you're going to need for the items that you're actually keeping. I have recently been going through my house and doing a massive clear out, and once I started clearing out items that I no longer needed or wanted, I was actually left with loads of storage boxes at the end that I had to get rid of. So if I'd gone out and bought more storage before I'd started, I would have been left with even more storage boxes to find a home for. So number two is a mistake that is really easy to make, especially when you start off organising, and it's to make things look more aesthetically pleasing than actually practical. And once you start clearing things out and you get really excited, your house is looking really nice, it's really easy to sort of get carried away and make your shelves look really pretty and have them all organised all beautifully. But actually, if it's not going to work practically, it's not going to stay tidy and it's not going to stay looking that way. So it's really important that you make sure that practicality is first and foremost, and making it look nice comes second. Okay, mistake number three is not creating systems for keeping things tidy. So it's okay to do a massive clear out and to organise everything, but if you don't have a system for keeping on top of it and for keeping it tidy, it will soon go back to the mess that it was before. So it's really important that you incorporate systems to keep it that way, and also let other members of the family or people using that same space, whether it's at work or at a club or group you go to, make sure that everybody knows how to keep that space tidy. So not creating systems to keep the space tidy is mistake number three, and that brings us straight on to mistake number four, which is not letting family members or other people sharing the space know about the systems. So if they don't know how it works, if they don't know your system for organising, they're just going to throw things back in any old order and it's not going to stay tidy. So it's really important that you let everybody else know how the systems in your house work. Which brings me really nicely onto the next mistake, and that is not re-evaluating what's working and what's not. I think a common mistake is to get everything looking how you want it to, having it organised, and then maybe something's not working and it just keeps getting back into a mess, or it's not practical, it's really inconvenient when you're trying to get something that you can't get to, even if it looks nice and organised. So I think it's really important to re-evaluate after time. I think it's easy to think, I've spent so much time on this, I don't want to have to do it again. But if it's not working, it's really important that you make some changes. So a mistake that I think we make is to not re-evaluate what's working and what's not and make the changes accordingly. So this next mistake is basically what I've just already said, but it is thinking that you only have to organise something once and then that's it done. We've lived in this house for 4 years now. Everything was lovely and organised when we first moved in, and I've been a little bit lax lately for not keeping on top of things, and I've noticed that a lot of the systems aren't working anymore. Things are getting messy, and I thought I had an organised home, and actually when I look around, it's not all that organised lately. So it's really important that you keep on top of things, keep organising things, and don't think that you do it once and that's it done. So the last mistake is something that I'm really guilty of, and it is setting unrealistic expectations on ourselves, on our home, and on our family members living in the home. So if you live on your own and you're naturally very tidy, it maybe is realistic to expect to have a show home house. But if you live in a big family with loads of kids, maybe your partner isn't tidy, maybe you're not naturally tidy, then it's not going to be realistic to have a house that looks like a show home every day of the week. So set realistic expectations. If your house at the moment has toys everywhere, it's unrealistic to think that you're going to suddenly have no toys anywhere. So a better solution might be to find some practical or pretty storage solutions for in that room. So maybe it's baskets or maybe it's boxes, whatever works for your family. But instead of having no toys, maybe look for a system that's going to make sure that the toys can be organised a little bit better, but they're still going to be there. So I think setting realistic expectations is really important, especially for yourself and your motivation, because if you constantly feel like you're failing to achieve what you're trying to, it's going to get you down and you're going to eventually stop doing the organising. So I think it's more important that you set realistic expectations so that you can keep on top of it, feel like you're achieving and be motivated to keep going. So those are some of the top organising mistakes I think a lot of us make. Maybe you can recognise some of them yourself. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this kind of video, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more. And I would love it if you subscribe and stick around. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!